So social media can be an amazing tool to help you grow your business and your brand. But social media can also make you feel like crap all the time. And it can steal your time like no other thief that I know. So if you need a break from social media because you feel overwhelmed, you feel anxious all the time, then go ahead and take that break. I actually recently deleted my social media for 30 days, and it was one of the best decisions I made in a very long time. I actually just full on went on my phone and deleted all the social media apps that I had, and I told myself that I would not log back in for 30 days. And for someone who's been on social media for 10 years and who's just been full throttle on social media for a very long time, this was hard for me, but it was actually very necessary. See, I had gotten to a point where I did not feel good going on social media. What you see on social media can really affect your mental well-being. It can affect your confidence levels. It can affect your productivity, that's for sure. It can affect your creativity, and it can do all that in a negative way. There are actually more and more articles coming out every single day talking about the connection between social media and negative behavior and addiction and anxiety and just mental well-being. And a lot of major YouTubers and authors and just big names in the online space are coming out and talking about how they too have deleted their social media, whether off their phone or just completely, because they've noticed the negative effects in their lives. So I personally needed to take a step back and get off of social media, because it got to a point where I was spending all my free time scrolling mindlessly on Instagram, for example. And I was obsessing over what to post and what time to post and what kind of caption to craft to get people to click and like and comment. It just became overwhelming. And I didn't want to live that way. I didn't want to feel compelled to be on social media. I actually wanted to be on there because I wanted to be, not because I had to be. So this break was necessary. Aside from obsessing over what to post and how to get people to engage and all that stuff, I actually noticed that I lost my voice along the way because I was consuming so much of other people's content that I forgot my own thoughts. Like, what do I have to say? But I think worst of all, I started comparing myself and my life to those people and the lives of those whom I followed. And I think that's probably one of the worst things you can do, because I hated that I felt like I was less than, and I felt like I was falling behind on life, or I wasn't as successful as I should be because someone else my age or on the same level as I am is farther ahead in life. Like, I hated that. And I hated that I let social media make me feel that way, because really we let social media do those things. It's a neutral thing and we give it power. So I needed to take some of that power back, and the only way I knew how was to delete my accounts for 30 days. I actually talk about the progress of emotions, I suppose, or just the progression of what I experienced, what I learned while away from social media on my podcast, The Gen Y Lawyer, and it's episode 185. So if you actually want to get a little bit more insight on this, then definitely go check that out. The link is below. I think the biggest lesson I can share with you that I learned from taking a break, from hitting refresh, is that anything that threatens your inner peace or throws off your inner equilibrium or forces you to compare your life to anyone else's, you need to get rid of that, or you need to check it before it gets worse. So for me, that was social media, or at least it was my obsessive behavior on social media. It was my addiction to social media. For you, it could be something else. But guard your inner peace ferociously, because that is where your genius lives.